Today we are going to discuss about the importance of drug therapy plan in today's pharmacy practice. As we know that this is a new subject in pharmacy for pharmacy syllabus. So we have to go through the importance of this subject. Again, this backdrop of ongoing profound changes in healthcare delivery system. A paradigm shift is in pharmacy practice is occurring. Means the, the function of the pharmacy is not only to give a drug to the patient or medicine to the patient, but he has to take care of the patient also. So the paradigm shift is showing that there are a lot of new duties and assignments for the pharmacist in pharmacy practice. Public health intervention, number one, means you have to intervene in the public health if you find that there is your need to be intervene. Pharmaceutical care, rational medicines use, and effective medicines supply management are key components of an accessible, sustainable, and affordable and equitable healthcare system. It ensures the efficacy, safety, and quality of medicines. It is clear that pharmacy has an important role. Pharmacy has an important role to play in the health sector reforms process. To do so, however, the role of the pharmacist need to be redefined and reoriented. Means you have to see the role of the pharmacist is not that as it were in the previous years. Not this role has been changed, and as I have mentioned on the top, that he has to lot of things to do: sustainability, affordability, equitability for healthcare, right? Safety, efficacy, quality of medicine to be selected for the patient. Pharmacists have the potential to improve therapeutic outcome results and patient quality of life QOL. Available resources, how to use the available resources, and most position themselves must position themselves at the forefront of the healthcare system. Means he should lead the field. The motivation towards pharmaceutical care is a critical factor in this process, while efforts to communicate the correct information to the patient are as important as providing the medicine itself. Pharmacists also have a vital contribution to make to a patient care through managing drug therapy and concurrent non-prescription or alternative therapies. The pharmacy profession, medicine, medicinal therapy is the most frequent used form of treatment intervention in any health practice setting. Its, its use has grown dramatically as the population has aged, the prevalence of chronic diseases has increased, new infectious diseases have emerged, and the range of effective medication has broadened. In addition, more and more so-called lifestyle medicine treatment of ailments like the baldness, dry skin, wrinkles, erectile dysfunction are being marketed. So a lot of drugs are available in the market, not related only for the disease, but an ailment of certain ailment in a person like baldness, dry skin, wrinkles, and erectile dysfunctions are being marketed. Increasing medicine can be purchased in new setting, and are handled by non-pharmacists. Compounding has been largely replaced by the commercial manufacturer of nearly all formulations. Medicines can be bought in supermarket, in drug stores, or at market. They can also be obtained by mail order or over the internet. They are sold by the medical practitioner and dispensed by computerized dispensing medicines. Under these circumstances, it is pertinent to ask the following question. Means now this is a duty of a pharmacist because drugs are available everywhere. You just give a call to Davago or Mary Pharmacy. They will deliver the drug at your doorstep. But you must understand, being a pharmacist, you have to guide them from your pharmacy how to use this medicine. Is it prescribed by the doctor? If you're taking without the prescription of the doctor, getting the product delivered at your doorstep, so you must ask, is there any prescription do you have? If you don't have, get one prescription from the doctor and then use this medicine. So the paradigm shift of duty of the pharmacists has been changed with the time. So you have to ask certain questions. Do we still need pharmacists? Because supermarket can sell the medicine, a sales a salesman can sell the medicine, and what is the value of the pharmacy services? Why we are providing best services from our pharmacy? And what are those services? New dimension of the pharmacy practice. Pharmaceutical care a, is a ground breaking concept in the practice of pharmacy, which emerged in the mid 1970s, is stipulate that all practitioners should assume responsible for outcome of the drug therapy in their patient. It encompasses variety of the services and functions, some new pharmacy, others traditional, which are determined and provided by the pharmacist services, individual patients. The concept of pharmaceutical care also includes emotional commitment to the welfare of a patient as the individual who requires and deserve pharmacists. Comparison, concern, and trust. However, pharmacists often fall to accept responsibility for this extent of care. As a result, they may not adequately document, monitor, and review the care given. Accepting such responsibility is essential to practice of the pharmaceutical care. Evidence-based pharmacy is an increasingly complex healthcare environment. It has becoming difficult to compare the effectiveness of the different treatment. Healthcare intervention can no longer be based on opinion or individual experience alone. Scientific evidence built up from good quality research is used as a guide and adapted to each individual patient's circumstances. So these are all the changes taking place in the environment in the market with your customer, that is the patient, or with your doctor. So you have to keep under your consideration all these changing environment in which the role of the pharmacist and pharmacy practice has been changed. Meeting patient need in patient-centered health care. The first challenge are to identify and meet the changes need of the patient. What patient requires now? The need of the patient has been changed. He is asking for new drugs. He has more knowledge. He has a cross question with you, and you have to satisfy the need of the patient. Pharmacists need to ensure that people can access medicines or a pharmaceutical advice easily and as far as possible. For that purpose, in every hospital, they have formed information center for the patient. They can call and get information about any drug they want to know in a way and at a time, place of their own choosing. They can empower patients by engaging them in dialogues to communicate knowledge which enable them to manage their own health and treatment. Means you should go to the patient's bed, sit down with that patient Discuss about your treatment. Discuss about the drug. Educate them to understand what they are taking, what type of drug they are taking, what is the purpose of the drug, what is the purpose of the drug, why they are using that drug. Although patients are exposed to wide range of information from packaging, insert, promotional material, advertisement in the media, and through the internet, this information is not always accurate or complete. Means whatever the patient is getting information from internet or other media, that cannot be accurate. This is the duty of a pharmacist to provide the information. The pharmacist can help inform patient to become accurately informed patient by offering unbiased, relevant evidence-based information and pointing to reliable sources. Counseling on despite counseling on this counseling on disease prevention and lifestyle modification will promote health, public health, while sharing decision making on how to take medicine through a concordant approach will optimize health outcome, reduce the number of medicines related adverse events. This is the duty of pharmacists. Cut the amount of the medicine. This is the duty of a pharmacist, which is wasted and improve adherence to the medical treatment. Chronic patients, HIV, AIDS, throughout history, the world has never faced a health challenges like HIV or AIDS pandemic. In order to respond to adequately health system, especially in resource limited setting, are undergoing a shift in healthcare provision from acute health care service to chronic patient care. With an estimate 40 million people living with HIV worldwide and 3 million people dying AIDS in 2004 alone. The HIV and AIDS pandemic represent an extraordinary human rights and humanitarian crisis and tagged by illness, social, economic, and public health impact. In 2004, the World Medical and Pharmacy leaders issued a resolution stating that all the health professionals committed necessary funds and resources to rise to the challenges of the HIV. Health professional includes pharmacists should also act as a strong advocate and social leader. So now it is becoming a duty of pharmacists also to participate in all activities which is taking place in the market, and he should take a lead in their profession as well as help out to the non-pharmacist. Self-medication in 1996, a statement of the principal entities self-care includes self-medication. Role of pharmacist. Role of pharmacist was adopted by the FIP Council. It set out FIP policies regarding the responsibility of a pharmacist concerning advice on self-medication. Area covered by the statement including pharmacy premises, sales promotion, advice on the treatment of symptoms, specific request for medicine that is by name, referral notes and confidentiality. This statement was formed by in 1999 by the Joint Declaration on Responsibility in Self-Medication, which was signed by the FIP Council together with the world's self-medication industry. This provides guidance to pharmacists, patients, and the industry regarding the regarding the regarding the safe and effective use of the non-prescription medicine. Quality assuring of the pharmaceutical care services. This is a basic requirement, a base concept includes, which underlies all healthcare services and pharmacy practices is that of the assuring the quality of patient care activities. Donna Bedian defined the three elements of the quality assurance in healthcare as being structure and process and outcome. So how can we see the quality assurance of a healthcare? The process used in the variation setting of the pharmacy practice all comply with the same principle, although they may differ in application. They will be described in the detail. Quality quality assurance process of pharmaceutical care services serve to contribute towards better patient outcome. Definition of the quality assurance of pharmaceutical care should encompasses both technical standards and a patient expectation. Means you have to fulfill the need of a patient according to the expectation and maintain the technical standard as well as. While on single definition of health service quality applied in all situations, the following common definition is a helpful guide. Quality assurance is the set of activities are carried out to monitor and improve performance so that the healthcare provider provided is as effective and safe as possible. Quality Assurance Protect 1993. Quality assurance can also be defined as all activities that contribute to defining the design, assessing, monitoring, and improving the quality of healthcare. These activities can be performed as a accreditation, part of the accreditation pharmacies, supervision of the pharmacy healthcare workers, or other efforts to improve the performance of quality of health services. So now you have observed that the requirement of the pharmacy has been changed, the need of the patient has been changed, and the whole market scenario has been changed. Psychology of patient, doctor, and pharmaceutical company has been changed. So you have to take care. The pharmacist and the pharmacy should take lead in the medical team and inform them and teach them and share the knowledge of pharmacists. This is the end of this lecture.